you think crooked teeth always mean you need braces, then I'm about to show you why that assumption could actually cost you thousands of dollars. And worse, even years of your life. I'm Larry Dougherty, owner of Dougherty Cosmetic Dentistry, and I've seen all kinds of patients walk into my practice here in San Antonio. And for the 17 years that I've been doing this, I've learned that what patients call crooked teeth are rarely as simple as they seem. But the problem is, many people, including even some dentists, believe it's just an alignment issue, which is why they end up spending years and thousands of dollars on treatment only to end up with results they're not happy with. So today, I'm here to show you exactly what those are, the treatment options that actually work, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look out for so you can avoid wasting time and money on the wrong treatments. The 4 possible causes of crooked teeth. But first, let me tell you the reality of crooked teeth. Because most people assume it's just an alignment issue, but really, that's only one piece of the puzzle. In my experience and training over the years, I can identify 4 completely different reasons why patients may perceive their teeth to be crooked. Most patients are surprised to learn that it's not always about straightening and Invisalign. Oftentimes, it's also about the gum position, uneven wear, and tooth size. As a matter of fact, what am I talking about? Most of the time, it's a little bit of all 4 of those combined. Gum line. But let's start with the gums, because this one surprises a lot of people. Imagine someone walks into the office thinking their teeth are crooked and assuming braces are immediately the answer. But upon closer inspection, their teeth are actually perfectly straight, or at least pretty close. It's just that their gum line is slightly higher on one side, and this can trick the eyes into seeing crookedness, even when everything is in perfect alignment. Teeth position. So when most people think about crooked teeth, what do they actually imagine? Well, it's probably safe to assume that it's the actual tooth position, the classic case. These are teeth that are rotated, tilted, or crowded. Even small shifts can make the whole thing look misaligned. Wear and breakage. But that doesn't mean every crooked looking tooth is truly out of place. Sometimes what you're seeing is the effect of grinding, clenching, or small chips that happened in the past, whether you know about it or not, that change the shape of the tooth and threw everything off balance. Teeth that have been misaligned for many years will wear and break at different rates, causing asymmetry and disharmony in a smile. Size discrepancies. Sometimes teeth will definitely appear shorter and therefore crooked because they are. Some teeth are just too big or too small for the space they occupy. And if teeth are just naturally too small for a space, there will be gaps. If they're naturally too big for a space, there will be overlapping and crowding. So, just having the understanding of these reasons alone will immediately put you in a somewhat better position to judge what type of treatment you're going to be receiving. Now, obviously, you're not going to know better than your dentist who's had years of training, but just knowing these allows you to ask better questions and to see if they really know what they're talking about. If something feels off, then you move on, maybe get a second opinion. Or, if you're unsure what problems you have with your teeth and you're right here in San Antonio, you can book a consultation with us today using the link in the description. Why most patients have combination problems. But here's something that makes it even more complicated. You rarely see just one of these problems in isolation, which is why so many people end up frustrated with their treatment results. For example, rotated teeth can exist in the mouth of a patient who also has wear from years of grinding. When teeth are rotated, certain surfaces get exposed more during grinding, which accelerates the wear. So, now instead of just dealing with rotation, you're also dealing with uneven, worn down edges. Add an uneven gum line on top of that, and the problem compounds. Each of these by itself might not look severe, but together they create the appearance of significant crookedness. This is why a simple one-size-fits-all treatment doesn't work. Most patients actually have overlapping causes, which means you need a comprehensive approach, not just a quick fix. Here's what you can do before your consultation to get better results. And this is something most patients never think to do. Before your consultation, make a quick self-checklist. Jot down the top 2 or 3 things you notice about your teeth that bother you. Then, rank which ones matter most to you. This helps your dentist prioritize what matters most to you. But before any treatment can begin, there's one crucial step that most people skip, and it's the reason why so many end up disappointed with their results: different treatment approaches. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the treatment approaches to crooked teeth? Here's a breakdown of what the treatment might look like for you. If your teeth are severely out of position, you need to move them. That's orthodontics. Usually the treatment is braces or Invisalign. If you have severely uneven gums, you need to reshape them. That's gum contouring or crown lengthening treatment, typically done by a periodontist. If your teeth are worn or broken, you need to restore them. That might be bonding, crowns, or veneers. If you have size mismatches, you need to adjust them. This could be recontouring to make teeth smaller or bonding and veneers to make them larger. So as you can see, the right fix really depends on the severity of the problem that you specifically have. While this might seem daunting, this is actually how you get lasting results. But to help save you from making a costly mistake, I've come up with 3 questions you could ask the practitioner just so you can get a clearer idea of what you're getting into. Number 1, which treatment addresses my main concern? Make sure they're targeting the right problem. 2, are there minimally invasive options first? Sometimes a simple solution works better than a complex one. As a matter of fact, the longer I do this, the more and more I realize that the simplest solution is almost always the best solution, even when things are very complicated. Number 3, what will give me the most natural looking result? Because what looks good in photos might not look natural in person. These questions keep the focus on the right treatment, not just what's the most common or profitable. But even with the right diagnosis and treatment plan, there's one more thing you need to understand before you make your final decision: treatment planning and compromises. Because here's what you need to understand. There's no such thing as a perfect plan without compromises. And understanding these trade-offs up front will save you from disappointment later. Here's what I mean. Let's say you have a wedding in 6 months and you want your teeth to look perfect in the photos. You've got some moderate to severe crowding on your front teeth and you don't want it showing up in the photos. Now, there are 2 options. First, a full orthodontic plan that takes 18 months to completely straighten your teeth. Your dentist has run a digital simulation for you using the Invisalign outcome simulator, and the potential results look great. Second, a treatment plan involving veneers to improve your teeth's appearance. It would require preparing several of your teeth, which you aren't too excited about, but it would look great and be done just in time for the wedding. Which would you pick? Well, if the wedding is the goal, you'd pick the second option, because that's the most realistic solution that solves your problem within the given time frame. It may not completely solve your problem in the long run, but that's the trade-off that I'm talking about. So, when you sit down for your consultation, these are the things you have to keep in mind. First, make sure you share the context of why you intend to get the treatment. If the practitioner doesn't know exactly what you need, they might not think outside the box, if they don't know that there's even a box in the first place. But if you let them know your situation, then they can present an alternative that might just fit the bill. Like if you have a big competition in the next 2 weeks, maybe don't get a root canal just before the event. Second, make sure you know the full cost, and I mean full. This includes the follow-ups and long-term maintenance. Check if there are staged or phased treatment options to spread out the expenses. Then, you can match the treatment plan that's realistic for your budget. Finally, about time and lifestyle. Know how long the treatment will take from start to finish. Be aware of how the process could affect work, eating, or speaking, and understand the long-term maintenance required to keep your results. Here's a pro tip: take notes during the consultation so you can make the right decision for your case. Don't ever feel pressured to decide on the spot. But let's say, after weighing all your options, your dentist gives you 2 choices: to get traditional braces or get Invisalign. Both paths can definitely get you results, but the trade-offs are pretty different. And depending on your situation, one might be far better suited than the other. But before you jump on a procedure, you have to know a couple of things first, which is what I break down in the next video. Click here to watch it now.